Hi there, everybody. Um, Welcome to Marble Halls TV, and really, I'm frankly fucking livid. Um, I may not seem it in my voice, but internally I am. I'm going to be honest, though. Um, this result doesn't surprise me. I generally thought we'd win. I did a brief kind of preview, but it's the same old issues. Jamie Carragher said it well on Sky that we're the same old Arsenal. We don't change. We just different seasons, same shit. Different managers, different players, same shit. If anything, the Tottenham game really, and the Chelsea game to some extent, all played out in this game. Good possession, but when you get to the final third, nothing. Now, for me, Arteta has to go. He should have gone months ago, but I think for me, this just confirms what we should already have known. He's not good enough. It's as simple as that. And yeah, I don't believe he will be good enough, and we just need to sack him. It's as simple as that. I just think he's too arrogant to improve. He doesn't. Okay, if I were to go, excuse me, if I were to go on the overview of the game, I would say first 20 minutes up until they scored, I thought again, same old issue. We had good possession, but no penetration. Little in the final third. Their goal, people are saying, oh, did the ball go out? Who gives a fuck? Chambers really, I agree with Carragher again, should have got tighter to them. You should not have allowed him to cut inside. I don't think Leno could have done better, to be fair. And, you know, Ivan Toney beat Ben White too easily. I think both he and the other guy up top linked up well, to be fair. And they just pressed us, and they had a game plan. They identified our key areas, and they banked on the basically fact that we would have possession but wouldn't use it. So they knew what they were doing. They absolutely knew what they were doing. And we fell down again, as we have so many times. Pass, pass, pass. Where's the end product? It just makes no sense. Well, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on or what's going to happen. But yeah, second half, I would say again more of the same. And their second goal, shit defending. Again, I agree with what Carragher said again. Fucking what were the defense doing? Ben White, 50 million. Come on, Pablo Mari, you're shit, bruv. You're shit, brother. I'll say it in his own fucking language, Spanish. Eres miedo, hermano. Because that's what he is, he's shit. Chidi, I thought was good offensively, but his crossing was hit and miss. And to be fair, there wasn't anyone good in there. Smith Rowe was trying, probably our best player. I thought Pepe was alright. I thought Jacala Conga played very well. They both battled and they both tried to progress the ball. Balogun was lost. Chambers was crap. Saka, when he came on, didn't affect the game that much. Leno, his kicking was poor, but I think sometimes I think the thing when we play from the back, we need to be a bit more street smart with it. Personally, I don't think Leno played badly overall. I don't think the goals are his fault. They were the defence's fault more so than his. But and as for Arteta, I don't know. I think with Albert and Laka being out, supposedly injured, I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories. I don't know what the scene is, but I think that I think he had to play Balogun. I know he could have played Nketiah, but I think Balogun deserved a start. Um, and I think the I think the position. So I think the formation was all right. The lineup was all right. I think the Congo had proven that he should start. Ben White, obviously, one would think should have started. Pepe, Martinelli didn't do much, to be fair. Um, Even when he was on out wide or on the centre. Um, and overall, it was a shit performance. Now you can't take anything away from Brentford. First ever Premier League game, first top flight game in decades, and they were the better team. They pressed us more, and as I said, I think they did have a defined game plan. Long balls. Um, they weren't just direct, but yeah, passing, pressing, and we just couldn't cope with it. Um, Maybe if we had, you know, better forward play, we may have overridden it. But even still, I think they did isolate our weaknesses and account for our weaknesses, and that's why they won. And you have to give them full kudos on their first ever Premier League game. So yeah, um, that is that then. So for what it's worth, I'm gonna do some player ratings. Um, right, Leno, I'm gonna give him 4. I don't think the goals were his fault, but I'll give him a 5. Chambers for me, 2. Mary, 1. White, 1. I genuinely mean that. Now, of course, he could improve, but even still, when any big player for any club, especially a big club, has to hit the ground running. If Varane has a shit debut for United, if Sancho has a shit debut for United, if Harry Kane has a shit debut for City, you're going to hear about it, and rightly so. Grealish had his debut last week, but you know what I mean. What's that? What's that brother that Tottenham bought? Romero. Uh, Look, Lukaku. Let's say his debut is shit. You're going to hear about it. So you know, well, Chelsea. Well, you know what I mean. It technically wouldn't be his debut, but well, his debut for his second spell at the club. Let's put it that way. Um, but yeah, Ben White needs to step up because he got bullied by Tony. You know, Ben White's big. Look, for fuck's sake, he's an England international. Yeah, he didn't play in the Euros, but he was in the squad, and he let Tony win practically most of his aerial duels. He was his positioning. He was shit. He was absolutely shit. Tierney, I'll give a 6. He was trying to get forward. His crossing was hit and miss. Now, Xhaka, who funnily enough was the captain after the past shenanigans, shall we say, I'm going to give my man a 7. I thought it was very good. Sambi, Lokonga, of course, I'll give him a 7 too. I like his profile. He's more of a He's kind of similar to Partey in that he's not just physically strong, but he can dribble, he can progress the ball into the final third. So I'll give him a 7. I thought he was all right. Smith Rowe, for Arsenal at least, I think was a man of the match. I'll give him a 9 because he was trying, he was driving, trying to make things happen. Pepe, I thought Pepe had an all right game. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. But again, he was at least trying to get on the ball, make things happen. His finishing was hit and miss. His final touch, even first touch, sometimes was hit and miss. So I'll give him a 6. Balogun didn't affect the game that much. To be fair, didn't have much service, but when he didn't. His movement wasn't good. So 3. Martinelli, I give him a 3. Was anonymous, even though I do rate him highly. He had a very poor game. Who came on? Saka, number 4. Tried to make things happen, but didn't really have much success. Who else came on? I think it was Nelson. Didn't do much. Tavares didn't do much. Now this is interesting. Arteta, I'll give him a 0. I didn't care for the lineup from the start. It's the same old, same old. He's not learning. Simple as that. There, I said it. Or not said it, I wrote it if you want to be pedantic. That's what I generally believe. Arteta out, Conte in. And I'll add another piece. Yeah. That's all I have to say on that. So, very bad performance. And really just the same old woes from last season. And pre-season basically exposed them to a very big degree. And you know what? I want to show a picture. I'm sorry if I'm speaking very kind of slowly and laconically. But I'm just pissed off. I'm just very pissed off. So I have a comment here from Adele Sorry, I don't mean to mispronounce your name deliberately. Afdeling skills. Chambers and Murray are trash. I agree. Chambers I thought was a decent squad player, but he's not at the level, and he's been at the club for what, 7 years now? You know, and Pablo Mari, I agree. He's crap. He's really crap. Balogun is bang average. The jury's out on him. I think it's a bit harsh, in my opinion, to write him off after just one game. He did do well on the under-23s, so I think he needs a bit of a sample. We need a right back at midfield and a striker. Yeah, I agree. I still think we need a number 10. I don't think it's Maddison. And Maddison probably saw that. Would he join on that basis? Fuck no. So if we can get even someone like an Odegaard, I don't think Odegaard didn't do that badly, but yeah, striker, yeah, right back, yeah, midfield, I agree. I still think we need a central midfielder, someone similar to Lokonga, if we can get them in good. And another one, this is not looking good. Yeah, 2 right, it's not looking good whatsoever. But I'm going to finish right about now. But thanks for your comments all the same, Afdeling skills. Now, Yeah, we are toothless. I have no idea. They could be injured. To be honest, I'm not going to speculate because I don't want to go down this conspiracy theory route. But to be honest, it's almost it's about 22 minutes to 1 o'clock. And I want to show a picture of an Arsenal legend, Ian Wright. And Ian Wright is one of the reasons why, probably the major reason I became an Arsenal fan back in the day, as years ago now, almost 30 years now. And just look at Ian Wright's face. You can see disappointment, you can see anger, hopelessness, dejection, and that's how we all feel. Ian Wright won the league with us in '98. Won FA Cup, League Cup, Cup Winners' Cup. Played well. He's of course a prime Arsenal legend, a top tier Arsenal legend, and played alongside many other top tier Arsenal legends: Bergkamp, Merson, Adams, Bold, Seaman, Alan Smith, Dixon, Winterburn, Keown. And they're probably all looking at this and feeling exactly the same way as Ray Parlour, can't forget him. Did I say Bergkamp? I think so. But they're probably all looking, and all the many millions of us gooners around the world are thinking and feeling the same way. So yeah. Yeah, he did look angry. We're all angry. This is the worst Arsenal team ever, let's be real. I don't think it's the worst ever. But, okay, in terms of Premier League, I think our worst Premier League finish was 94-95 with Ian Wright in, and we finished 12th. So yeah, at this rate, I know it's only the first game, but at this rate, we could finish lower than 12th. So it could turn out to be the worst Premier League team ever, at least. Do you really think that Arsenal will be back if they sack Arteta? Kroenke has to go. Kroenke's the biggest problem, but the thing is, if we sack Arteta and get a decent manager, like I said, Conte, I think we would improve. But the thing is, Arteta has to go, so he's not good enough and hasn't been for months. So we still have to get rid of him. And yeah, Kroenke has to go. The board and owner are the biggest problem. True. Facts. Well, you're spitting facts too. Why would Conte come? Well, the reason I say Conte is that he knows the Premier League, he's won it. I get your point that we're not ambitious enough. He turned down Spurs. More or less for the same reason, they're not ambitious enough. But if not Conte, we need someone of some kind of profile. Even if it's not an elite level manager, it has to be someone with experience who can mold a project. So yes, I get your point. Conte may not be like he's an elite manager, but again, it can't be another Arteta type manager. It has to be somebody who can mold and shape these players into something better. But definitely he's not Arteta. He's not the man. He has to go. But yeah, it's very late now, so I'm gonna. Thanks for your comments again, Afdeling Skills, but I'm gonna have to log off now. But yeah, today was shit, so it is what it is. But thank you everyone for listening.